Malika is the fact that we really believe that every single woman, right, regardless of her religious background, should be able to live in a world free from violence. Malika is the woman who've inspired us, right? She's my mother. She is the refugee women that we work with in Dallas, Texas. She is the LGBTQ folks who reached out to me after Trump was elected because they were afraid to walk down the streets. She is the fact that our community still is battling with racism and still needs to be more inclusive to our Black sisters.
My name is Rana Abdelhamid. I'm 24 years old and I work at Google. I'm the founding president of Malika. Malika started in 2010 after I experienced a hate crime attack. I was assaulted by a man in the streets because he was trying to take off my hijab. And at the time I was only about 15 years old and wanted to create a safe space for young Muslim women to come together to be able to really talk about their experiences and feel safe and learn techniques that would allow them to de-escalate any violent situation if they were to experience it.
First thing that you're gonna do is you're actually gonna slip 2 fingers, if you're wearing a pin, into your scarf so that the metal is not directly on your neck. And then the second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna drop your chin to your chest. Why? Because you wanna protect your breathing.
Since I was 7 years old, I had been doing Shotokan karate. And for me, martial arts is about really, as a young woman, as a woman of color, being able to really have full control over your body. Whereas oftentimes in this world, right, our control over our body is taken away from us through violence, whether that's gender-based violence in the home or hate-based violence on the streets. And for me, especially in light of the increase in hate crimes and hate-based violence that face young Muslim women, self-defense is an important technique that we can use to make ourselves feel safe, but also be safe in the face of that violence.
It is our duty to fight.
It is our duty to fight.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love.
We must love.
And protect one another.
And protect one another.
We have nothing to lose.
We have nothing to lose.
But our chains.
But our chains.
The reason why Malika is what it is today is because women had the vision for what it could be, right? And that's what empowered me to continue to keep going with this. We have about 35 women on the Malika national team. We operate in 5 cities. We operate in New Jersey, in New York, in Dallas, Texas, in Detroit, in San Francisco, and in Washington, D.C. The National Muslim Women's Summit was an idea I had about 2 years ago when I got into Harvard University, and I was like, there are very few Muslim Americans in my class, and I'm studying public policy at the top institution to do public policy. And we're in a time when we need people of color studying public policy, and there are very few people of color. Basically was like, how do I bring more women into this space? That was my first question, and more women of color into the space. My second question was thinking about how there are a lot of Muslim women who are organizing, especially young Muslim women who are organizing and creating change, but don't find support from anywhere. Really intentionally holding people and their pain and creating spaces where people from different backgrounds can come together and learn about each other, right? And have dialogue. I believe in change because I believe in young people, and I believe in women, and I believe in women of color, and I believe in people who've experienced marginalization because they have empathy and they have love. And I think empathy and love is what's going to change this world.